see it.
No intro today. Oh, we're gonna crack straight on with it. Crack-a-doodle, doodly dee.
Andrea!
Oh, let's see if anyone's lurking around at whatever time it is on Saturday. Poppy convinced me to go live. How's the audio, Pop-a-doodle? Can you hear?
Sounds fabulous.
Does it sound fabulous? Can you actually hear anything?
It's great.
It's great, is it? Fantastic. Right, well,
I hear you.
we're just going to crack on because we got a lot to do. Oh, right, we're looking forward to this. I've got lots of shading. This is where we kind of left it off. Balance the exposure and the colour. We got that colours from that sexy sunset, sort of, or sunrise coming in, but we've got to do some shadows. So it's going to be interesting. This is probably one of the hardest parts. Once I nail this, the rest is going to be all downhill. Just check we are actually live properly. Oh, hello. Hey. We've got Andrew and Raquel, so I think we must be good. So I'm going to carry on. But I need some music first. What do I want to listen to? What am I feeling tonight? I really liked that. There was a song. Is it Ray? R-A-Y-E. And you played a song in the car the other day, and it was really cool. I can't remember what it was. She's not even listening to me. Poppy.
Who was that?
You played a song in the car by Ray the other day.
Oh, it wasn't actually Ray.
Oh, who was it? You don't even know what song it was.
I do.
Do you? Oh, it was a cool song. You said it was the Black Mascara song person.
No, it's not.
What was the song? But it was a cool song. Hey, Sammy, how's it going? Hamza, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Tonight we've got some Pepsi Max. We've got a little bit of whiskey as well. Not my usual. Slightly different one. Rather strong. A little bit of water and ice. Very nice.
It's called Blah.
Blah, that sounds familiar.
A-U-R-A Aura.
What's their other stuff like, Aura?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good. Alright. I'm feeling silly already. Oh, I feel like this is going to be a very, very silly stream. What's the song called? Blah.
Blah.
Okay.
B-L-A-H. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, thank you. Very late stream. I always seem to have, I think both my Spooky Edit Wars had a moon or something of some sort. So maybe, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe some planets. Right, I'm going to get into the zone here. So let's go. We've got to start adding shadows to everything. Light source up here. I think we're going to have a nice powerful sunrise. So how are we going to do this? Oh, God, this is going to take so long. All right, first we're going to have to do the landscape, I think. Crikey. Right, so... this is good. I'm glad I've done that. Right, so I can get rid of these objects. And we can just apply this to the landscape. Oh, hold on, Dan. Curves or exposure. Good for this bit. And when you're doing this, for your entry, this is hard. So if your work looks awful doing this, do not worry. Well, I mean, you should worry, but don't get discouraged. It is hard. So we're going to go to the darkest shadow that we're going to have, which is probably going to be like that. We'll invert it. Shading. Soft brush. Hardness 0. This is such a good song. Okay, right. Remember, light up here. So we're just gonna. Oh, flow. We're gonna go nice and low. Oh, look at that. Busting out rhymes already. Busting out rhymes before 10 o'clock, you naughty boy, Dan. So we're just gonna go a little bit heavier. Speed this up a bit. Alright, shadows not gonna get there. Down.
Oh god, I smell that whiskey.
Yep. Spirit is potent. It is potent. Right. Actually, I'm going to go nice and low. Gradually build it up. Down here. Alright. Oh, this is really fun. I do enjoy this. With a pen display, just brushing this in, it does feel, it's more sort of, I don't know, artistic, I guess. Just the process of using a stylus and brushing stuff in. The hard bit is figuring out where to put them. So you can. You alright?
Would you like a crumpet?
Huh?
Would you like a crumpet?
I love a crumpet, yeah, with a bit of butter.
Or cheese?
No, just butter.
A cheesy crumpet's good.
No. She tickled my toe. I was like, what's happening? So if you do turn it off and on, you can see, there we go. It just helps give it a bit of depth. Pretty late at Eve. But I appreciate you being here. I did have the like rainbow lights up in the background, but I think it might have been a bit much. It could end up being a bit distracting. Alright. Now, I do need to work on blending all these images, but to be honest, there's so much landscape and rock and grass, you can't really see too much. Kind of where one meets and one ends. Maybe there a bit, obviously, but yeah, down here, a bit darker. So the light's hitting this bit here, so we're not gonna shadow that too much, but then down here, I probably should really have retouched some of the landscape a bit more first, but actually, yeah, this is a bit of a it's a bit of a shit show down here. Yeah, all right, maybe we'll just go do a little bit. So this one here, this is going to be pretty easy actually, because it's a landscape. We can actually use a relatively soft brush. Look at that, just get a really easy blend. Harder brush if you need to. Color wise, it's slightly different green, but again, that's not exactly hard to sort out. Where's that other bit? Yeah, this bit here. Oh, look, we've got a little house there. Let's get rid of that. What layer are you on? There you go. See you later. Yeah, okay. Ah, good. Let's get rid of some of this road. Nice. Didn't want that anyway. Yeah, look at this. So easy. Doesn't take much effort to blend this. This bit here looks a bit off. And normally, I would say don't blend with a big soft brush like this, but because we're just blending grassy rock texture into more grassy rock texture, you really can get away with it. Probably not have house anymore, he's homeless now. Do you know, it's a good question. That is a good question. Not sure where this Derek fella came from, but what I can tell you about Derek is he's just deserving of the utmost respect. Andrea. Sorry, it's my inner Saturday Night villain coming out.
Crumpet.
True. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow. I wasn't ready for that. Oh my goodness. This music's so cool. I feel like I'm in a flipping club. Might have to go out in town in a minute. Let's have a messy one.
She did Dan.
Hello?
She did a couple of the tracks for the game you play.
Battlefield?
No.
Which game?
One with the babies.
Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, actually. I remember seeing the name. Oh, I'm going to have to look that up. The music, Raquel, is, what is it?
By Aura. A-U-R-A.
It is, hey, Rianne! Hey, ba. How you been?
The Night Owl.
It's this artist. And this is the song. How's it going, you cheeky little cupcake? It's been a minute. Cinnamon buns. Right, what we do? Back to your shadows, Dan. Nice low flow. Oof. This is going to make such an insane difference at the end. Unless I screw it up, which at that point I will blame Poppy, the whiskey, and the crumpets. Yeah. I don't really. I'm not sure I feel like taking responsibility for my own artwork capabilities tonight. It's easier to pass the buck to someone else. And you, Poppy, my love, have been chosen.
Well, that means when your work's really good, then it's my responsibility too.
Sorry?
That means that when your work is really good, it's on me as well.
I'm not sure what you said, but it sounded like consent. So, thank you. I appreciate you. Nice. Very good. All right. Okay. All right, where else is the light not quite reaching? Maybe over here? Some of this. And this is a very, back and forth part of the process. So please do not be discouraged if you put this in and it looks crap. Sometimes you'll just have to go back and redo it and redo it and redo it. And it's annoying, but you're actually, every time you go through and have a crack at doing it again, you are learning, you are practicing and progressing. Think of it like an experience bar in a video game. Every time you have another try, you're still leveling up. God, another little house. What's going on? Where is this place? Little house everywhere. Right, no more sun. This bit down here. Dark. Where else? Let's go up here and do a little bit. Yeah, this will make such a crazy difference to the end. Have a look. You see already? It just like sculpts the landscape. Oh. Oh, that's so cool to hear. Honestly, when I hear people saying that they're working on their entry, it just and Kerry as well putting in the work today for Kerry. Oh my goodness. Kerry was working so hard on his entry, he gave himself a sore backside. That's commitment. Right, what else are we doing here, Danny boy? So we're gonna work on this first. So we're just brushing shadows in. Before you do this, if you obviously your entry is going to be different to mine, so you're going to have probably a different light source. I'm going to be working with the sky as mine. It's going to be a sunrise. It's going to make it more dramatic in the end, but so certain elements might end up being a little bit more silhouetted. Yeah, even here we're just accentuating that a little bit. So yeah, that's going to be darker. Ain't no light getting there. And if you're doing this for your entry, right, and you're doing this and it's looking like really blotchy, you got to drop your flow value down and just slowly build it up. And be patient. This is a long part of the process. So if you try and rush this, it will, well, it could ruin everything. It's like an artist, you know, when you watch an artist do an amazing drawing or illustration or something. Whoops. They build it up beat by beat. They go back, they refine, refine. Yeah. We're looking at the contours of the landscape as well. So that's not a bad first pass. Carries on the zone. Life. Ah, yeah, tell me about it, Rian. God. That life stuff, eh? God. Yeah, this I wasn't gonna be honest. I was gonna work on it this evening. Ring the bell. Where is it? Hang on. Let me go and get the gong. I wasn't gonna work. I was gonna work on it, but I wasn't gonna go live. And then Poppy was like, "Oh, you should go live." There you go. You get a triple ding dong there, Rian. Right. Gonna go a bit darker down there. Oh, nice. Right.
I've missed Rianne.
Okay.
I've missed Rianne.
I know. We were talking about you earlier.
Yeah.
Can't remember what the context was, but we were definitely saying that it's been ages. It's been a minute. But then oh no, that's what we were saying. We were talking about life.
They were like.
We were talking about life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Some people are just busy.
Some people just
living their life.
Living their life. Yeah. I know. It's I forget that sometimes. It's like, oh, what do you mean? I don't understand. What do you mean they're living their life? They should be here on every single stream.
Yeah. It's the same with my
This
clients.
is their life now. Sorry, what?
It's the same as my clients in beauty. I literally just think about them randomly all the time. It's the same with you guys.
Oh, that's tender, that is.
You guys are our friends.
So lovely, isn't she?
Ah, family.
Yeah, I was saying earlier on actually that I'm getting really flipping fed up and sick of social media, but
Oh,
I'm
really?
but I'm loving the Discord more. I like the Discord. I'm getting more out of the Discord these days. There's a few people I follow on YouTube that that do great videos, really help me, educational and fun to watch. But there's a lot of crap on there as well, just stuff that I don't need to know about. But I love the Discord. The Discord is like a ray of sunshine. It's a ray of sunshine in a sometimes on a dark day. Right. What do we got? We've got this big old cliffy thing here. This is going to cast some sort of shadow. Or this ground here is going to be a bit darker. Yeah, see, went a bit too hard with it there. We could actually go back into the curves and we could dial it up a bit if we wanted.
Damn.
But I think that is fine.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can you move your microphone down a bit? It's annoying me. It's just in the shot.
Yeah, Is that better? Yeah, I gotta be honest, I don't really care right now. That's fine.
That's better.
Yeah, it's more so I can freely operate the tablet without banging into it. And considering I've got multiple drinks and now 2 crumpets nearby. Making sure I don't knock stuff over. Of course, Andrea.
What?
No, don't feel bad, you goose. You still have Cine. Excellent. I should think so. Lifelong friend there.
Cindy was from me.
Right. Landscape. Yeah, so we'll come back to that. We're going to duplicate the curves for the... Oh, do I do one for all the objects? No, that could... I might regret that. Oh, wait, the microphone's in the way of the bloody screen now. Hang on.
It was in the way before.
Oh, no, Poppy's going to get mad at me.
Mm.
Oh, no. Oh, flipping that. There's no good place to put it. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, we're going to do this on a per object basis because otherwise I'll have regrets. So shadows. I'm going to do curves again. As long as you can hear me, all right? I mean, you might not want to hear me, and that's fine. I'm right. So this is where I'm going to use exposure because it's simpler. These 2 sliders, top and bottom. I'm going to dial you down. A little bit of gamma boost. Invert. All right. I'm going to brush, brush, brush. Just going to give it a nice roundness. It's going to be, we're going to have like a highlight around here. So these bits in here, little cracks, they're going to be a bit darker. Around the edge to round it off. Especially dark here. And probably quite dark. We'll blend that into the landscape pretty easy. Then up here we're going to get rid. So it's a little bit brighter. So before and after. Yeah, like wow, what a difference. Yeah, that's good. Goody good. Right, this one here. We're going to go exposure. Dial it down. Go as dark as the darkest part that you would want. gonna go down there, around here, bit in there. Yeah, not too bad. That'll do. Oh no, it's a bit dark. But that's fine. We can just bring up the exposure. So it's kind of that. Ooh. I can add highlights later as well. This one here is definitely going to benefit from the old treatment. Right, it's going to be a little bit harder. Soft brush. Catching around here a little bit as well. Got to be careful we don't screw up our exposure as well. So that's why I got the black and white layer here. Just to make sure we don't muck it up. Now that is... well, it's okay. Not great, but that's fine. We can always come back to that. Hey, Warren. Warren. Oh, nice, Rian. Oh, I'd love to see that if you can show it at any point or anything. Oh, that's so cool. Boosh. Right, I'm gonna... actually, no. We'll start there. Oh, flippity dippity. Right. Got a lot of bones here. We're going to have to get in these gaps because these bits are going to be super dark. Dark, dark, dark. Really dark in there. Shadows in there. Under there. Under this inside bit. Quite a lot of shadowing there. Along the bottom. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you're going to be super dark around here. You as well. Catching the light at the top. Yeah, hopefully this makes sense what I'm doing. If anyone's got any questions about it, let me know. This is not easy. This is difficult. Contouring effectively. So this is the before and the after. You see, just completely flat. And then we're kind of shading it. Now, I am going to be blending in the landscape into the skeletons as well, the bones, probably. So how's that going to work? Well, I have no idea. But Yeah, this one I might actually start dark. It's probably easier to go the other way here. So we'll start dark, and then we'll just brush in, remove certain bits. So it's kind of catching there. Yeah. So if you've got more dark, you can do it this way. If you've got less, then do it the other way and brush the dark areas in. And then here, it's my landscape one. Yeah, it's kind of a curve here. So what we're going to do is just brush in the dark area under here. A little bit of shadow being cast. Like a nice little shadow. Shadow being cast by the bone. So then we've got to go back to the landscape. And then any shadows being cast by the stuff, we've got to then add that in as well. Just brushing it in real dark under where the bone is resting. Does that all make sense there? So you see the difference now. I think the bone here, we just go probably a bit darker actually. Bit more contrast. I just take a little bit out there. Nice. Yeah, it looks a bit different to this one here. I think this one, the ribs, let's desaturate a bit. Let's go -30. Being all kinds of neurospicy doesn't help. It makes me who I am. Exactly. Exactly. None of us should be who we are without all the crap. I love that. Neurospicy. Such a cool term. That needs to go on a t-shirt. Just get you, yeah, nice and dark. I want to get this bit done because it looks so cool when it's finished. Oh my god, look at these ribs. Flipping heck down. Why did you pick a skeleton? Nice. Yeah, see going along the edge, it gives it some contouring. God, so I used to look at people do this and think, how the hell do you make this look so flipping easy? And sort of doing it now, and I don't want to say it's like easy, but it's a lot easier than I used to find it. It feels really good to just be able to brush this in, and definitely got easier with practice. Used to be so bloody hard. Nice. There, ribs under there, down there. Nice. And some of these ribs I might end up getting rid of. You can decide out front, and it does make life easier, but sometimes you could, like, I'd spent long enough in the planning stage, and if you spend too long there, you just, it's like over analysis paralysis, and you just you don't really progress anything. Right, these bits are a bit inset, so they're going to be a bit darker. Darker in there, in that gap. Part of the pelvis, so I'm going to do a little bit of that sort of curvature. Down here, definitely a lot darker. There, kind of enhancing that. Yeah, nice. There we go. A bit of shadow in there as well. Whoosh. Might have gone a little bit heavy on the shadows there, but oh wow, you got a PA. Okay, question. What sort of stuff if you can answer this, what sort of stuff have they taken off your plate that they're able to get on and do completely independently of you? And how has it impacted what you're doing in terms of like your time, what you're able to get done? Okay. Yeah. A little bit more on these. We'll do skull head. Skelly. I think that will be quite easy actually. Okay, you skull top exposure. Remember, the darkest shadow is probably going to be in the eye socket, so we're going to imagine the darkest part of that shadow. Probably something like that. The scene at the beginning looks like me when I finished eating a chicken and only the bones remained. Accounting, yeah, okay, very good. Staying on top of my emails, structure my time, any admin tasks to help with that too. Okay. Time structuring, that's really good. Emails as well. That's good that you've got them helping with that. Yeah, oh, I'd love to have a PA. I can't imagine it because I think when you do everything for so long, I couldn't imagine anyone being able to like understand the business enough where they could just go in and do my emails for me. But I'm not gonna lie, that would be really nice. I hate emails. Unless I'm getting an email from like a student with a question or something, I flipping hate email. I like questions because it's like, ooh, question. Let's see what's going on. But yeah, emails suck. Unless they're interesting emails. Yeah, so a bit lighter up here. So Skellington is a bit darker here. Maybe this part might catch a little bit of light. Down here as well. Inside, not a chance. Super dark. A little bit of bleed over here, kind of creeping around. Nose. That's going to be a bit darker. Tooth as well. Or no, whatever this thing is. Yeah, probably gone a bit hard there, but that's fine. We'll bring it up a little bit. What's next? Monsieur Castle. Alright, Castle Wall down here. Dark, this part of the tower. It's trickier because we've got existing highlights on there. So we do have to contend with them a little bit. Dark, dark, dark. Dark. Bit of there. These little spires on the turret. So we're keeping the light to the left. I'm speed running this a little bit, but I'm not expecting to smash it first time anyway, if I'm honest. So I don't really care because I will come back and refine it all anyway. Roof, pretty dark. Roof here is dark, but the top, this top bit will be catching. So down here, got these rocks and bits. There you go. Not bad for a little speed run. Oh. All right, let's do a quick before and after. $20,000. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, that's good marketing as well. Nice. Wow. Cool, yeah, I bet that is handy. All right, so there's the before. Quick pass at shadows. We've not done the bird, but that's fine. Yeah, it's not too bad. That is an okay start. Let's do Monsieur Crow. It's going to take about 5 seconds. Under here. Yeah, he's going to be pretty dark. There we go. And then we want to go to the top. Keep the Pew saturation layer here. This is your exposure checker. In fact, we should call it that. Exposure checker. Keep this on through the whole process. Every time you're doing this sort of stuff, just check we've not screwed anything up. I think we're all good there. Right, next I need to blend the landscape in. Wait, have you cleaned your desk just now, Kaya? Goodness me, that'd be desk cleaning speed run.
No, don't cry. Okay. Blah, blah, blah.
You're right over there, Pops.
Yeah.
Nice. Right. Okay, now for this bit, we'll do sample layers. I got to select all of the landscape. That'll do for now. We're going to do a copy merged. And then we've got to paste this. We're pasting it above objects. Nope. Turn these off. Copy merged, paste above objects. Yeah, we don't want to include those adjustments because then they get applied double. So we'll keep them off for now. Call it landscape texture. Then we're going to blend that into the objects layer. Oh, that's not going to work, is it, Dan? You flipping turnip. Is it going to work? Ah, no, this could work. Right, so how am I going to blend it? I've got to blend the texture of the land, the moss and the grass and all that into the stuff. So this is what I said the other day. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to have fun trying to figure it out. Yeah, this is super blending mode could work. Right, let's think about this. What about, because we don't want to dive into blending modes too soon, ideally. If we change the contrast. That's not really what I want. Salvador Dali. No, I didn't.
I love Salvador Dali.
Oh yeah, give me a shout if you have trouble logging in, Rianne. I don't know if actually I don't know if I can do anything. You might have to do the password reset thing your end, but let me know if you still can't get in on email. hello@dansky.com and I'll help out if I can. How am I going to blend this texture in? So, okay, maybe first of all, we black and white it, take the color out. And then, let's try it on one bit, actually. Where's the big, where is it? Ribs. Bones and pelvis. Yeah, let's try that. We could increase the contrast. Go super high contrast. See, that's nice, but it's just too transparent. I've taken the color out, haven't I? Maybe we need the color. Let's go back to color. Bones and pelvis. Okay, let's plonk you in there. Oh yeah. See what you think to it. We had fun making it. Why is this so difficult? Why am I struggling to blend this texture in? What about if we do that? Let's get rid of the soft edge. Oh, that's not too bad. Sort of effectively brushing texture into a few places. Oh, I know what I need to do. No, I need a brush. I need a cheeky brush. Some sort of grassy foliage. Dirt. Ground. No, not like that. Maybe chalk? Not too bad. Not really the brush I'm looking for. Old canvas. Ooh, hello. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's kind of a bit more. Just brushing in some mossy, overgrown. Not the best, actually. It's a bit cloudy. Let's keep going. Oh no, not Mustache Gate again.
Oh no.
Let me put my headphone in the whiskey then. What do you reckon, Pops? Rock the mustache again?
No. Not unless you can get it like the guy in the lounge.
The lounge in.
You know the guy.
Oh,
on
yeah, he's got a
Salvador
great
Dali
mustache.
Mustache, yeah.
That was amazing. And Eli was like, "Is that like a stick-on one or something?" It's so funny. Yeah, he said, "Is it real?" And he's like, "No, no, it's a stick-on one. Obviously real." Oh, this is a good brush actually. Yeah. You see here, just chopping this in. Kind of, it's gonna help. It will help blend. We've not added the shadows yet of the bones that are on the floor, but we're just randomly thrown in this overgrown texture. Do this nice and random as well. And we're just blending a copy of the landscape effectively with what we got. Overlay blending mode. You can try some others. Yeah, so this is kind of how it looks without all the crazy color retouching. Which looks alright actually. I think I might have gone a bit heavy on maybe the curves actually. Don't know, something. I've definitely got a bit heavy on something, but this is giving the right effect. There we go. Nice. So just brushing over areas, kind of going back, just leaving bits of texture. Oh, it's a work in progress. It's so easy to get part way into this and get discouraged. I think we're going to have to introduce the discouragement stick. It's a metaphorical stick that when you doubt yourself and you feel discouraged and you think about giving up, you get beaten with the metaphorical stick. It's like that, and it will encourage you to keep going and to not doubt yourself. Arguably a little bit violent and somewhat aggressive, but it's like physical. So it's a different type of physical encouragement. You will not doubt yourself. I mean, to be fair, that was a bit more of a whip. That's a different conversation entirely. We're not going to go there. Yeah, nice. That's brilliant. Sometimes it does just take the right brush. Yeah, this is a flipping beautiful one. What is it? Aufgenommener Pinsel, right? Let's remember that. Can I star that or something? Can I favorite it? No. That would be very helpful, actually. That's fine. I'll try and remember that awfully long German sounding word, Aufgenommener or something. This is a really good one, actually. Just for adding like texture. It's looking good. Oh, thank you. It was great to see your entry as well. I think yours was the first one, wasn't it? Hey, Jason. What's up, dude? How's it going? We are getting there. We're getting there. Landscape texture. Yeah, right. We've got to do one for the femur. Now, I don't know if this bone is a femur, but that's what I've called it. So we're just gonna... Oh, look at that, actually. Straight off the bat. Look at that. It's proper blended. Oof. We're going to keep that, I think. And then we're actually going to just go in and take a bit away. This is kind of more what I wanted, actually. Almost like these bones are from like the pumpkin versus the skeleton war or something. And this is the aftermath. And these bones have been here for a long time, centuries. That's the look I was going for. I want them subtly like embedded into the landscape. That one's worked really well, actually. Yeah, kind of depends what is behind it, I think. So with this one, what about if we actually move? So instead of rocks behind, let's try a different bit of landscape, like maybe that. That could be a bit better, and then we can brush a little bit of stuff. That's all right, actually, yeah. Whoa, kitty cat. Hello. Sorry, you can't be here, though, because I have multiple drinks. But I will give you a kiss. And now you can go. Exactly, yeah, like fossils, but just not under multiple layers of sediment yet. Still kind of there. That one, yeah, that was a real... Could barely even see that one. I do, Jason. Yeah, I worry if it gets really annoying for people watching. I never used to like scrubby zoom. I used to straight away disable it in Photoshop. It's this one up here, because you could like zoom by drawing a space. But once I got used to it, being able to do this, zoom in, zoom out, it's hard to go back because it's just so fast. So but I am obviously conscious that I don't want to like give people a headache watching me zooming. I do have a tendency to work very quickly when I know what I'm doing, so just zoom in and out. Yes, hello.
There's someone to your left.
Oh.
Is there a drink in that cup?
No, he's good. You're right, Ray. That's fine. Are you trying to sneak up? He's trying to do a crumble, isn't he?
Yeah.
Look, I appreciate you wanting cuddles and affection, but there are multiple drinks here, and I'm going to have to pop you down. No, what I do, Pops, is I have the drinks very close to my chest now. So I'm shielding them so they're never going to jump up and knock the drink over. I'm more likely to knock the drink over. Oh, awesome, Jason. Yeah, Vato's wicked. Vato's wicked. Great for mock-ups. That's where I got all the mock-ups for the Inspired Life stuff. Just so fun, like sketchbook mugs. Ah, yeah, they got a lot of stuff. Right. I think this is looking good. It's looking a wee bit patchy over here. Actually that's good. The stuff closer to the ground, I'm going a bit harder with that. That is proper like blending it. Yes, that. That's cool. It almost actually looks kind of like moss in a way. That's all right. That is okay. Yeah, I tried Blender, Racco. It didn't really look quite right. Those are my go-tos. It was going to be Blend or like a blending mode, as I'm doing now. It was going to be one of those, or my option C was going to be just panic, have a cry, and then wait for one of you lovely cucumbers to suggest something. And then I will make it look like it was all under control all along, and I know exactly what I was doing. But option 2 seems to have worked out all right, so we're good. It's 3:4 for portrait ratio. And it's a Halloween competition. Jason, have you seen the video, the music video? Panic, exactly. I think I'm very lucky in the sense that even when I can go into panic, and there's you love the video, Rianne, awesome, and I know you guys are going to help me out. You know, there will be help at hand. You know, I could just start sobbing, and someone's going to fly in with a suggestion and save the day. And you are our resident mathematician, Raquel, so any math problems, I know exactly who I'm asking for help. Right. I moved this image, haven't I? That's fine. Is that rock? Can't really see what I'm blending. Yeah, just brushy, brush. There we go. Lots of. Such a good brush. I'm gonna have to remember this one actually. This is very like multifunctional. Yeah, that's all right. I gotta blend these into the landscape a bit more, but that's fine. No, fortunately this one isn't math, I don't think. Hopefully. Pumpkin 1. Has anyone found this as well? I know that some people before have like looked at the number of layers and gone, no, yuck. But as some of you have worked more on Photoshop and got more familiar, do you find that having a lot of layers isn't that bad because you understand them. Like you've organized it yourself. You know what each layer is. You've like named them, and suddenly it's not as it looks horrific at first, but you kind of got more of like a handle on it. Whoops, crap. Don't brush on the layer like I just did. Always make sure you're brushing on the mask, otherwise you brush black into a layer. This is all right. Nice. Probably gonna a little bit heavy with that, but it's all just random. Yeah, nice. Oh, 11 o'clock. I've got to be up for an 8K tomorrow morning. Yeah, I think you're right. I got to remember that. I'll do that in a minute. The shadow on the floor will be, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Opening someone else's Photoshop file is it's hard. I think usually, even if someone's organized it at first, it is a bit like, whoa. I don't think anyone works the same, really. So it's just a moment of panic, and then, oh, actually, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, wow. Nice. I have to make sure I don't lose this brush. It's flipping brilliant. Oh, yeah, look at the blend. Beautiful. I've just had a really good idea, actually. I don't know if this is legal or not, but this is a native feature in Photoshop, and this isn't AI, and this has been here for a long time. There's a tree feature where we can choose to pick trees. Now these are, this isn't like photo real trees or anything. It's kind of to me, this is almost the same as with the flame as well, and all this stuff here, like a lens flare or fiber. Oh, fibers. That's a nice texture. In the same way that you can glow into blending options and you got patterns. I feel like that's okay. Yeah, because the problem is, like, I really just wanted to isolate the AI stuff and any additional images. But because there's features in Photoshop like generate flames and generate trees, I don't want to get too granular of, oh, you can use this and can't use this, because it's just going to get so complicated. Did you blend the skull into the water yet? No, not yet. That's going to look really cool. Stab my own chaos. Hey, Scott. How's it going, man? Why is there no light on the side of the hill? Haven't done any light yet. Lighting is not even. We're on shadows right now. Yes, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it's like an old feature, isn't it? It's not generative whatever. We've got flame as well. The reason I thought of that is because I've got some trees here. So what I could do is generate some, well, not generate, render some additional trees to pop in a few places. wonder if they've got bushes. Have we got any shrubs? Shrub! Oh my god! Ah! There is a shrub! This is amazing. Randomize. Oh wow, so I could get lots of shrubs. So, I mean, it doesn't look great at that sort of size, but if I shrink it down, this is going to help actually sell the blend, because what I can do is then have an army of shrubs and I can put them in places and dot them around the landscapes here and have little bushes, and so you're not just going to have like this bone floating on the surface. You'll have like bushes and shrubs around it, bits of foliage. Yeah, shrub. Yeah, where are we? Yeah, we'll come back to all that color malarkey. These, we'll leave that alone for now. We'll do our retouching without that. As long as we're retouching to the landscape as it is now, when we turn these on, it will be correct. Yes, skull. Right, skull is in the water, so skull is not. Let's put a little bit of landscape on it, just because it's a nice texture. Maybe more rocky texture. We'll try this. There we go. Yeah, this will just give us like a slightly more weathered bit of texture. Just brush in. Oh crap. Put the document back down. Bit on the inside. There we go. In the nose, up there. Bit of texture. This is why we're using masks. We can just brush in and out super quick. Oh wow, yeah. Brushes are a secret weapon, like seriously. So good. Beautiful. Nice. Look at the difference. Huh, cool. I think the bird's going to have a flaming Joker card. It's got to be something. Multi-fight early grass, so good. The castle reflection. There's a great plugin that I've got, but I need to reinstall it. Flood 2. And what it will do is it will take your design and it will make like a water reflection of it. If you've got like lights and glow effects in yours and you won't have water, honestly, it's so cool. Okay, back to shadows on the landscape. So I'm going to do this on a separate one. So we've got that there. We'll do exposure. This is going to be shadows cast by the objects. So nice and dark. Oh, I've got to make sure I don't lose my brush. Right, Alfgenomena. I need someone to remember that. Alfgenomena Pinsel. This one. So if I lose cat, no, for the third time, you are going to have to go. If I forget that, I'll get really sad. Right. So flow, we'll go for 20%. So this is going to be the shadow cast by the things. So we're going to darken all this. Darken, darken. I'm going to try and get this right. This pumpkin here, casting a shadow down here. Oh, that turned out all right, actually. There we go. This fella here. Dark along there. And there you go. Nice. Yeah, it makes a difference. Right, this guy, blah, 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 what are they called? Bones. It's going to make a big difference. Look at this. As soon as you put this under here, what are we doing? Down here, it's going to make this look like it's lifted off the ground. If I bring it up here, oh, yeah, so good. Yeah. So really kind of hard under here because this is resting on the ground, and then we've got these streaks. Look at that bush. It just connects it into the landscape. Catch you later, Rian. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon. And I want to see how that logo goes. I want to see how it goes. Yeah, you could use Liquify as well. There's a few things you could do for reflection. Flood 2 is great, gives you an insane result instantly. Free trial is paid, lifetime purchase though, so I would recommend it if you want reflections and things. And lots of settings to control the reflection, the horizon, everything. But yeah, you could use Liquify. You could try smudge left and right really quickly with a small brush to kind of simulate water ripples. Do you ever sketch out layout on paper first? No, I actually don't. No. No, I know some people will even get brushes in here and they'll sketch their composition and everything. And I've never been one of those people. I like to cut out all my stuff, my images, plonk them in and just Tetris them around and see what works. Or I'll have an idea in my head. Yeah, because if I know what the images are, I could sketch it out, or I just find it easier just to grab the images and chuck them in. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be good. Right, we're going to have to... The shadow from this bone is going to be actually... It's almost like a bit of a bridge here. So it's going to be quite dark underneath. And down here as well. This bit here. Yeah, this is why I bang on repeatedly about the fundamentals on the streams, in the courses. We haven't actually got to any insane stuff yet. Any lighting effects, any crazy blending modes. We've done a little bit with this texture, but this is the same repeatable process. And you're going to hear me repeat myself quite a lot. Because I'm not commenting on any entries, just because I don't want to give, it's not fair to give some people an advantage. But I will repeat the same fundamental techniques until the cows come home, because they're just so important. Yeah, this is all right. It's not too bad. A bit sloppy in places, but hello, Gary. I know I wasn't gonna. I was toying with it, and then Poppy was like, "Yeah, go on then." It's like, "Oh, okay." Oh. I was gonna do this anyway. And just I'm recording my screen, but I just it was like, oh, okay, yeah, why not? Hooray! Let's just go live. What you said? What you said? I thought you were just going blah 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 blah. You gooseberry. Yeah, look at the difference. So we've got objects that are still just resting on the landscape, and then we've blended with some shadows. I'm wondering if I can use that sexy brush to blend this pumpkin. Oh, actually, look, we've got some nice gravel there. Alpha something. Let's try it. Let's see if we can use it. Crank the flow up. I reckon that might work. Just going over that edge. It's too clean and perfect. Brush in with some texture. Oh, that's better than it was. Cool. Let's try it on this one. Oh yeah, this. Oh, look, look how easy it is. We'll just drop the flow and just zigzag a little bit. It's bringing a bit of that green texture up. So we really are just blending them. Let's go back over to here. Try it on this one. Yeah. Zigzag, zigzag. Yeah. Oh, banging. This is cool. So what I'm doing here is we're using this brush first of all, this Alfgen Pilsen thing. It's my new favorite brush carrier. It's Alfgen Pinsel. I don't know if this is Envato. No, I don't think it is actually. This is some from a YouTuber called iMad on. Actually, iMad, someone you definitely want to watch for this sort of photo manipulation, digital art stuff on YouTube. And he gave away his brush set for free ages and ages ago. I downloaded it.
Oh my god!
Crazy amount of brushes. I'm pretty sure this is from him.
Right.
So I don't know what type of alpha. I mean, you could search for that brush, but
Fighting.
let's just wipe the desk with my t-shirt. Oh, now I'm wet. Yeah, what does the brush look like on its own? I'll show you. It's I stamp it. It's just like this. It's just like a grungy something. So you could probably find a similar brush. It's not a stamp brush, it's more of a textured thing. A little cluster of texture you can see here. So we're just going to do this along here to blend the bottom with the ground so it's kind of less perfect. So good. Oh, look at it. It's flipping brilliant. Love this thing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drop the flow down to like 50%-ish. And I'm just going to do a few streaks. Just pushing up a little bit higher. Just to get some of that green onto the pumpkin. As if the ground and the moss and the grass is like creeping up onto it. That's all right for a first pass. It's not too shabby. Oh, you're welcome, Jason. It is my pleasure. Hey, Nick. Nick, put you on the spot. Are you entering the competition? This is looking so cool. Oh, thank you. I was hoping if everything went smoothly, today would be a massive transformation. And so if I do a quick before and after. Yeah. So I always bang on about like exposure and color balancing. That's why I do it in the course. Is fundamentally important. Shadows and highlights, bit harder, equally important, probably more important actually. No, equally important. But they make a big visual difference. So we've gone from here to this. You know, and this is the first pass. There's going to be lots of refinement, but this just, you've got your composition, you've balanced your color, you've balanced your exposure. That's how it looks. Still looks like stuff's plonked in. Then you do your shadows and your blending, and you actually most of this is shadow, isn't it? Shadows on the landscape based on the light source in the background, which is the sunrise. Shadows on the objects themselves based on that light source. And then shadows on the ground being cast by the objects. That was the last thing we did. And then blending the landscape itself as a texture over the stuff that I put in there. So you can see down here, there's that bone blended into the hillside. I'll tell you tomorrow. No, tell me now. Yeah, this is why I sound like a bit of a broken record, Jason, but this is why I always bang on about the fundamentals and why I'm so passionate about teaching them is because I did it wrong for years. And when I see people do it wrong now, charging ahead with blending modes and doing all this stuff without the fundamentals covered, it's just like, I did this. you've got a great idea, but it just tweak your process a bit, follow these kind of steps, then do all the effects and the crazy blending modes at the end, and the results will be insane. And it's not technically very difficult, all this stuff. It takes a bit of practice to learn where to put the shadows in relation to your light source, because obviously, you know, this is my composition, but someone's going to have a different light source, different setup. And you have to learn to like think about it in a 3D space. So it does take some practice. All right, what is next? Skull. We need to blend you in the water. Right. How am I going to blend this in? That's a good question, Dan. Skull. So I've just grabbed this image online. The thing in the water. Now, what is this thing? I have no idea. It looks like it could be the top of a golf ball, a giant golf ball, or a whale. Or a whale in the shape of a golf ball. Honestly, couldn't tell you. But the bit that I really want to pay attention to is this bit around here where the object meets the water. So we can see the line here is very wavy and inconsistent. And I've got to figure out how I'm going to do that.
Dan,
Hello.
someone speaking French. Je vous suis depuis la Côte d'Ivoire.
I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I'm going to assume they said that I'm very handsome and talented. So I'm going to say thank you.
The first bit means I'm following.
Oh.
I don't know the rest.
Please translate. Je vous suis. Je
vous suis depuis la Côte d'Ivoire.
Je suis. Je suis is I am, isn't it? Je vous. You am. Depuis la Côte d'Ivoire.
Depuis is following.
Beautiful language, isn't it? Don't know. I'm going to stick with my first assumption.
Je vous suis
Yeah, there are Dansky shirts, Jason.
Yeah.
It's just the shirt. I think there's the shirt and the hat, and it's just got the Dansky logo on it. I would like to have some more like just general designer, like designer oriented t-shirts on there. I just haven't got around to like designing them, but I will do at some point. Right now it's just a logo.
He's from the Ivory Coast in Africa.
Oh. I felt like I got lots of ideas, but rushed the execution. Yeah, it's easily done. Yeah, rock outcroppings. Yeah, it could do actually. Waves, that's easy because I've got a splash brush and I've used that before, so that's not too bad. Let's have a look on Envato actually. I'm just going to see if they've got like a water brush, like a ripple or something. I know they got splash brushes. Watercolor, maybe that's got the same sort of texture. I could possibly use that. I want something like kind of rough. Yeah, watercolor. Gouache, that's got a good texture to it actually. That might work. I'm going to try. Let me try this. I'll show you.
Dan, are your Dansky shirts available on your site?
Yes. Not on Dansky.com. This should be under the YouTube video. Cat, for the 4th time. Oh my god.
They're not under the YouTube video.
No, they pop up somewhere. I'm not sure where they. It's on my Teespring, I think, or whatever the company's called now. Teespring. Right, water blending skull. We'll duplicate this because I might mess this up. Down the bottom, we've got gouache. Yeah, this might be actually quite good. 100%. I'm just gonna try and water in the eye sockets, a bit in there. Kind of coming in here. And now there is some texture on these brushes as well. So I'm gonna, you see the brush itself actually isn't perfectly flat, which is good because I can stamp it maybe three or four times. Adjust the size. Get quite a good result actually. Keeping it horizontal. Yeah, that's not a bad start. Could have been worse. Maybe a bit more water, a bit more of a gap in here. That's cool. Yeah, this part of this. Yeah, I know what you mean. What is it? This bit anyway. I think it's the weird cutout. We can get rid of that actually. Yeah, cut in. Use that same gouache brush to cut a bit of texture in. A few jags. In fact, actually, we could chop a few. We talked about this the other day. You know, a couple of. Everything is quite perfect and precise at the minute. We could chop a few bits away, give this a slightly more jaggedy edge. Yeah, just kind of roughen it up a little bit, actually. Right, reflection-wise, let's try this. Try it manually first. This could be questionable. Right. Oh no, what have I done? There you are. Oh, really? What, gouache? So what we're going to do now is we're going to convert to smart object. We're going to puppet warp this. This is a cool trick. So we're kind of faking the reflection here. So we want to connect these pieces up. So we're going to connect that there. We're going to pull this middle bit down. Connect you up. Stretch this up here. Pull that down there. pull you up. Looks good. So this is the before and the after of what we've just done. Just a tiny little bit there. There we go. Let's pull you up. And then we can mask it out. And then we got a... Can I use the gouache brush again? I don't know. It does have some texture. What about if we do it with a reduced flow? This might not work. Well, it's not the worst thing I've ever done. We could layer in. We could try liquefy. Smudge is quite good, actually. I'm going to call it a night. Oh, catch you later, Care. I'm looking forward to your entry. I can't wait. Damage to the skull, alluding. Ah, good. So that kind of comes back into the storytelling side of it, yeah. Because it is the War of the Pumpkins versus the skeletons. Yes, it would make sense to have like a crater in the skull or something. Right. Ah, this could be quite good. So here we want to play around with the size, the pressure, and the density. So we're going to have a bit more pressure. I need a backdrop. Show. Oh, no. Just stretch it. Ah, that's too much. You want to fine tune this bit here. So this may take a bit of tinkering. We're going to just mix the brush size. So we're going to go. It's still a bit much. I'm going to pull you left. We want to keep these horizontal, so I have to keep them as straight as I can. We're going to go right and left and right and left. I think I prefer the smudge tool for this bit. Yeah, it's a bit too... Pressure's a bit too much. So we just kind of throw that. It's a really quick way of doing it. You see it a bit more there. So it goes from just that. In fact, we'll probably bring that in. This isn't the right brush, if I'm honest. This is not the right brush for this, but it's all good fun. We've got to take the color out though. So for this, we're going to go hue, saturation, colorize. Obviously, we're going to go for the color of the water, which in this case is blue. Or we could just desaturate loads like that. So there we go. Skull color gone. And then we have a watery color as well. We could even try and blending mode that. Oh yeah, there we go. So we could keep the original color and just have it blend. That's not the best result, but it's fine to see it come together. We can always go and play around with that a bit later. Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. That's probably one of the rare occasions where I would actually brush that in with a gouache brush. It's not too bad. It could have been worse. Pull reflection straight down. Okay. I don't really have a paint, Jason. So it's quite fun trying to practice those techniques. And like, I very much with this sort of work, I lean on my Photoshop ability rather than any artistic skill. Artistic skills like this, Photoshops are like that. So I've always been more of a Photoshop person than an artist. But I've got more into like, oh yeah, I want to practice more artistic techniques where I can, because I know it's just going to enhance and improve what I can actually create. Yeah, so sometimes I would just love to be able to be like, oh, I need a reflection. Let's just brush it in with a bit of gouache, right? And just texture and yeah, it's coming on all right though. Oh, the fog. Not done the fog yet. Oh, fog. I shouldn't really run ahead and do the fog, but it's going to look so good. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can restrain myself. I might have to do fog. So this is hard because it's like layered fog. So I've got to layer it in the image. So where am I going to put it? I've got to put it inside the object folder and I've got to put it in the right place. Right. Do I have a cloud brush? There's a lot of ways you can do this. Right, I'm going to start here. So, it's going to have to be on top. I'm going to color these blue, indigo, so I know what they are. Right. Oh, yeah, I forgot about these. Let's get those installed. Right. Okay, let's get these ones in. I think maybe the clouds. I think the mist, yeah, the mist and the fog are stamp brushes. I need an actual cloud. Yeah, oh, watch this. If I do this right, it's going to be so good. Right, brush settings. Right, spacings. Might have to get a bit clever here. Size jitter. We're going to vary the size. Control pen. No, just angle. Yeah, we don't want that because it's like a fog. Roundness. Flip X. So this will flip them randomly, so they're not the same. Flip the Y as well. Okay, it's going to create a bit more randomness. So that's good. Scattering. You can scatter them apart. You can thicken the density up, which I think we'll leave that lower. Yeah, no, I don't want too much. Scatter on. Let's keep the scatter quite low. Actually, yeah. Yeah, no, I want it so I can brush it in line. Maybe a tiny scatter. Yeah, then we'll keep that low. Oh, really low. And we should hopefully so this is at this point in the image. I'm being a bit naughty doing this so soon, but I just want to see how it looks. Okay, so that is I've got a fog. That's one layer. And then the next one has to be in here. So behind the bones. So layer management is going to be essential here. So the layer position's got to be here. Let's just check I got this right. Yeah. So it's nice and small. Just brush it in. It's not too bad, but what I might do is to get more of a mist look, you can stretch it. Stretch it all the way out. See there, it goes from like being clouds and more defined to being a bit more mist-like. Just give it a little stretch and a squish. Squish it down, stretch it out. Stretch. Now we're doing this with a white cloud brush. Oh, thanks, Andrea. I know I don't really think of myself as one, but I guess it's gotten more that way. Right, so now we're going behind skeleton. And this is just trying this brush as well. There might be a better brush out there. Yeah, and try and randomize this as well. Keep it super random. Oops. Where's the skull though? It's at the top in it, so I've got to move the skull down for this to work. So to get this to work, you kind of your layers are super important. Yeah, there we go. That's where I want it. Sometimes what you can do is group different rows as you move back. So row 1 will be here, row 2 here, row 3 here, 4, and as you move back through the design. So the next pass now is gonna be, oh no, I'm gonna have to move the pumpkins down as well. Oh no. Okay. Let's move these all the way to the back. There we go. Yeah, obviously changing lots of layers around their order can screw things up. I'm possibly jealous of your happy little cloud brush. I'm having a good time, Jason. I'm enjoying myself. Okay, so we've got another fog brush. I'm going to make it indigo so I can identify it easily, because this can be a bit confusing, this process. Then we're going to brush in some back here. And we could kind of probably go and do the castle a bit as well. You could even build this one up a little bit more, actually. Obscure the castle, obscure the mountains. Probably getting a bit carried away. Yeah, see, I've gone a bit too crazy with it there. But you can just dial it down. You know, all of this can be fully adjusted. So we could go and drop all the fog layers down to 50%. And it just looks a bit less overpowering. It's a bit more subtle. I mean, you can actually do this without a fog brush as well. So if we go here, we'll go and grab the default soft brush, drop the flow down to 2%. We're going to actually use a solid color adjustment layer. Just brush in. We'll do this a little bit quicker, maybe 4%. You see, obviously I'm building this up very quickly. You can really make an image look very, very misty very quickly. And you can change the color as well. We could actually go for like a color in the sky. Give it a slight kind of tint. Yeah, we probably don't need that, but that is another way you can brush in blankets of fog that's a bit less kind of cloud-like. In fact, another way we could do the fog here, so it's less cloudy. If we go to filter, blur, motion blur, have it running horizontal, smash the distance up. Before, kind of a little bit kind of cloudy and a bit checkered there. And we'll go for 300 on the distance. And it'll just motion blur it a little bit. In fact, we could actually go and do that on all of them. It is permanent, but it just makes the whole thing a bit less cloudy and a bit more misty. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Right, what are we doing next? What are we doing next? Closer fogs need to be higher than 50, creating depth of field. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I see what you mean. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah. And I think the mountain in the background, that's kind of got some already in the original photo, which is where the mountain looks a bit more kind of washed out. Yeah, I think the building blocks are definitely there. It's like going in and refining. So the pumpkin here, this pumpkin has got, is it a little bit too green on here? Oh, Whoops, wrong pumpkin. Yeah, let's just get a little bit of the green out there. Yeah, I need to figure out what we're doing here as well. So, we've got the mountains and the sunrise. I mean, there is the option of doing a night scene. This would be really hard. You can see it sells the idea a bit more of it being like actual sunrise, but it does mean going and adding all the lighting effects, which I think I am going to have to do. Yeah, I mean, this looks cool, but this as a proper sunrise would look flipping awesome. And because it's dark around here, it means whatever I do light up, maybe there's a bit of fire left in the skull, or maybe the crow has got a flaming card. Any lights I add will pop. Night with a moon. Yeah, we could go nighttime. We could turn that into a stormy sky. It doesn't even have to be a sunrise. It just kind of depends which way you want to go with it. But then this is nice as well, because you can sort of see all the land and the detail. So yeah, it's tricky. The castle needs a little bit more contrast. Yeah, you can see here with my exposure checker layer on, there's a lot of darker, blacker areas throughout everything, and the castle's just hovering in that mid-grey. So castle. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Oh, what to work on next? Yeah, particle things like fog and rain and snow or dust or whatever. I try and leave that till later. It's easy to. It's fine if you do it earlier on, but then I would just when you need to work on the core retouching and the shadows and all the stuff we've done so far, turn these layers off. These should like these little bells and whistles should really like accentuate what you've done. In fact, actually, I think yeah, maybe turning that one off is quite good. Or dropping the opacity a little bit. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's sometimes a bit too easy to kind of just smash in a load of fog and then be like, oh, actually, just kind of ruined it and made it a bit worse. Yeah. Castle. So probably does need bringing up actually a little bit. Just getting a little bit closer to the sort of washed out nature of the mountains. Sepia tones. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Photo filter. Oh, maybe, yeah, that is quite nice actually. Even if it's not all the way up, just tonally. Oh, yeah, that is nice. That is a really nice look. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, oh, even for the sky as well, actually. Nice, very good. I like that. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to use that actually in the final one. We'll lock it just so we don't move it by mistake. It's easy to grab the adjustment layers and move them around. That's the sort of thing that I would be like, I'm going to use that, but we'll turn it off. You don't want to work on your design with the filter on, because then you'll be adjusting it and then you'll turn all these filters back on at the end and it'll look completely different. This is like just sort of finishing touches. What about the card? Let's try a little flame on there. That's my fire brushes. I always forget the combination for these. Ah, there you go. Yeah, it's a really cool way to get realistic fire. Super simple. So we just got red. We're gonna. A lot of fire brushes have a lot of transparency in them. So we're gonna stamp that 5 times to thicken it up, make it more dense. Color dodge or one of these. You can play around with the blending modes. Duplicate, and then we'll go orangey or yellow. Something like that. Change if you want. Blending mode. And then we've got like a nice bit of fire that we can stick around. And you can link those layers if you want them to always move together. Yes, amazing. If you've got like you need realistic fire or something. It doesn't look as cool against the water there. So we could try. Yeah, there you go. So we switched that to overlay. We still have the same fire, but it just stands out a bit better against the lake behind. And so now what we could do is group them together. We'll call this fire. Add a layer mask. And we'll use the same fire brush to set this thing ablaze. want to go really small around the edges. Yeah. It's probably a bit big. Make it a little bit smaller. Just have it catching that top edge. Again, I wouldn't normally do this at this stage, but I'm just feeling cheeky. And then what we would do is, just to kind of sell this a bit more, we're going to char the area of the card that's burnt. So again, we're thinking about this in super realistic terms. Let's just use the same brush. There you go. Yeah, and we can play around with that. It's so tiny, you can get away with it. We could just set the crow on fire. Fire everywhere. Oh, we've not even done his shadow yet. We'd need another. We need a shadow for our little crow. So we'll make this layer under the crow. This is going to be our crow casting a shadow on the skull. This is kind of tricky to do, but it's so small we don't need to be very precise. Just around here. Yeah, so it's just a little, just so at the moment he's totally flat at the minute, and we'll blend his feet as well. Yeah, I'll darken it. There we go. We could probably start grouping some stuff together now. We've got a crow, got the card. The flame would cast light on the crow as well. So you see, as you do one, it's kind of like a little bit of a butterfly effect. As you do one thing, it then affects something else. Every time you introduce an object or you introduce something into the scene, because now we've got to add some sort of glow. So we got like hard highlight there. And then we're just going to do like a really soft glow. So kind of just that. And you could even go a bit more into this as well. Just a little, maybe a little bit down the chest there. A little bit on the feet, maybe. Real subtle. And then we could do one more on the floor. And we'll do this with a slightly higher flow. Squish the basic brush down so it's a bit more like elliptical. And this is going to be matching the angle of the skull. That's obviously too much. So we're just going to turn it down. Or we can mask it a little bit. Yeah, lots of little details we can screw around with. This is the sort of stuff that I work on right at the end. But it's fun to play around with. Oh, we've been doing a few streams, Jason, building this one up from scratch, but I'm always kind of banging on about the right sort of process with balancing exposure, color, shadows, and highlights. Because if you've got like a good idea and you can do the composition, a lot of this stuff here isn't technically very difficult. It just requires that solid process. You know, compose your scene, balance your exposure, balance your color, do your shadows and highlights. That's what I've done tonight. The difficult bit is when it's like your own composition, and obviously you've got different landscape, different light source, whatever, and it's putting the shadows and highlights and knowing where to put them in the right place. But the first part and the solid fundamentals, it's not as hard as people think. I think it's a lot of people don't know how to do it, and I did it wrong for years. That's why I'm so passionate about teaching it the right way, because I wasted so much time. And I thought I was crap for years, and I was like, "Oh, this is rubbish. I'm rubbish." Blah blah blah. All that negative self-talk. And then it was like, "Oh, actually, no. I was just doing it wrong. I just didn't know." It's nice color tone. Do you think about scale for something like this? Example, the size of the crow. Yeah, I mean, I think originally we had something quite different. We had a skeleton bride with a crow on the shoulder, and the crow was like a pirate's parrot, very big. Whereas in this one, it's more intended to be, I guess, a bit more realistic. Now, that is still a very hefty crow. But yeah, the scale of this is intended to be as if there was a legitimate battle between skeletons and pumpkins, both of different sizes on either side. And the crow is just here in the aftermath, holding a Joker card that's on fire for some reason. So yeah, the scale is important. If I was going for something like totally like almost like dream state like, then you could really do it. Oh well, you could do anything with this really, because it's just nonsense, right? It's giant skeletons and giant pumpkins in a war, but yeah, it's come together pretty well actually compared to the start. We'll do one more look at the start, and then I probably need to go to bed. But this isn't anywhere near finished. It's going to take a lot of refining and rebalancing everything I've done today. So this was before we started, and then this is where we've ended up. So it's like I was saying, like the shadows, and we haven't even done highlights. We didn't even get to highlights. And I kind of need to figure out what I'm doing with lighting. But yeah, even this image here has been correctly had its exposure and its color balanced. It doesn't look like obviously done or anything, but it's still got that done. Yeah, like if I go and turn all these layers off. This is before doing any balancing. So you see how fundamental the balancing is. This is composed but unbalanced. This is composed and balanced. That's the foundation. That's like the foundation of the house, right? It's got to be solid. And then we can build on it to this. And there's obviously more work, but a lot of the next bit what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep on it, wake up, look at it and go, that's crap, that's good, move that, shadow there, missed that, that makes no sense, add some trees, refine the reflections, and just refine. And then probably look at adding weather effects, lighting, highlights. I'd love to add a sun somewhere. That would be super dramatic. But yeah. Oh, this was fun. This was fun. How long have we been doing this for? We've been going for a while, I think. Good few hours. Now let's stop the old screen recorder Rooney. I'm trying to record the entire process. Ooh, 2.5 hours. Monster Ski 2. But yeah, competition, when does it end? Week Monday. Monday is the last day for any entries. Oh, you're welcome, sir. And thank you to everyone for joining tonight. It's been lovely. Even though you're a Scorpio, wonderful teacher, Dan Hall. Thank you very much, Andrea. That's very kind of you, I think. What is it? It's like a backhanded compliment, isn't it?
Such charity is the best.
Oh, well, even though you're a twat, Dan, you're a wonderful teacher. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's been good fun. It's been good fun. It's Saturday nights. It's always a bit more chilled, and oh, yeah. Ah, right. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend, you beautiful humans, and we will catch up next week or in 5 minutes in the Discord. Right. Yeah. Oh, we'll play the Monster Ski video because we got to. So if you've not seen the competition yet,
Ski.
exactly.
Monster Ski.
Or you do want to enter, there is still a week to enter. Exactly what she said. See you later.
Bye.